sleep. Reality haunts the living mind. If I saw another day, only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, taking off without the same mistake. Darling, when you go away, it won't be as simple for you.
Yo, guys, yo, guys, Old Man GRDS here, back again with another. Well, it's a match preview, but obviously we are going live. We're reacting to the starting 11. Apologies, it's got a bit delayed. I have obviously been busy with life-related stuff. Well, I hope everyone has had a good Christmas. This is obviously Manchester United's first post-Christmas game. There's a lot to talk about. There's things got in Gakpo and signs and all the rest of it, but nothing that didn't surprise me, to be honest. So, but putting that aside, because I want to focus really more on today's game, because this is obviously a important game for Manchester United. Before I get into it, remember, if you're new to the channel, like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitch, United X, and smash the notification button. Also, as watching on Facebook, I am not going to obviously be streaming the game, but I will be reacting to the starting 11 and the news. So make sure that you get involved. Shout out to the comments, the Sports Capital, Muncie Football. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Make sure you go and support his channel, guys, who's watching. And Abbas, the resident troll. I'm just going to let Factos, man. Thank you, Abbas. Thank you for your. We always appreciate your contributions, man. Always appreciate. So let's just look at the starting lineup for Manchester United. Obviously, this was released about half an hour ago, but De Gea in goal, Bruno, Martial, Rashford, Malacia, Ericsson, Casemiro, Varane, Anthony, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka. So, from what I've seen, what I've been told, the Manchester United essentially have a. It looks like they have a centre back crisis because obviously no Lindelof, no Martinez because he's obviously still with Argentina, still off in the World Cup final. Maguire, I think, had a bit of an illness, a bit of the flu, and only had one training session. So it seems that Luke Shaw will probably play as a centre half alongside Varane, who's obviously just come back. Then Wan-Bissaka now comes in as right back, and then Malacia plays off the left. And it's very interesting because a lot of us are saying Wan-Bissaka's not going to be involved. Wan-Bissaka's out. Wan-Bissaka's out. But at the end of the day, Wan-Bissaka played against Burnley and he's playing now, and Dalot is still recovering from a thigh injury, and could potentially Wan-Bissaka get more games? Could he show? Because he showed a bit for Ten Hag that it's like, maybe Wan-Bissaka comes in, because obviously he's ahead of Williams, obviously. I still think it's probably over for Wan-Bissaka, but we'll see. We will definitely see. We'll definitely see. Smasi says, I am so sick. How do you lose a one-man race for Gakpo? And what else do they speak of? I think there's been a viral thing. There's a lot of viral things going around the club right now. So some viral stuff going around the club, which isn't really ideal. But you are right, Samasi. But, it is what it is regarding Cody Gakpo. I can't really make any comments about it because right now he's basically a Liverpool player now. So he's a Liverpool player now. That's it. That's really the end of it. He's a Liverpool player. Shout out to Liverpool FC. Go for it. Enjoy it. You know what I mean? That's just the nature of the beast, really. We will obviously be going live post-match to this, reacting to the game. So this is literally just a pre-match and a build-up to the actual game. But looking at this lineup, because obviously it will be Wan-Bissaka on the right, Malacia will be on the left, Luke Shaw. I guess you can have Luke Shaw and Malacia interchanging, I guess, but I imagine Luke Shaw will be the centre back alongside Varane. So that left-hand side might be somewhat vulnerable. Then Casemiro, Ericsson, and then Bruno is the midfield. And then you're going to have Martial, Rashford, and Anthony. So I think, against the Nottingham Forest side, who are basically bottom of the table or close to the bottom of the table effectively, it should still be a Manchester United win. Says, I still think it should be exactly. United have still got enough in their locker to be able to deal with this Forest side, especially with Martial and Rashford and Anthony and that counter-attacking. Even if we counter-attack, being at home, being at Old Trafford, it's the post-Christmas game. I don't see any reason why Manchester United, don't get the dub here. Manchester United, we have to, considering what's happened to a lot of all the they have Manchester United need to win this game. Personally, for me, my score prediction, Anna Diallo is Anna. He is Ahmad. So he is, but I'm looking at where Manchester United are, and I'm thinking, you might have to even recall Ahmad from loan, man. You might actually have to recall Ahmed from loan, because I'm worried about Manchester United right now in terms of the transfer market. I really am. Fabrizio says, score prediction. Thank you. Score prediction. I actually think that this United will win. You're obviously bearing in mind that Dean Henderson can't play as well because he can't play against his parent club. So he's not going to be in goal. So I think it's Hennessy that's in, who's somewhat, I won't say he's shaky, but he's not like the best keeper. So I personally think that United have still got enough. I think a 2-0 win to Manchester United, ideally more, because I do think Manchester United need to, Ahmad, isn't it? Yeah. Ideally more, because Manchester United, I think, need to increase their goal difference. I think United's goal difference right now I think it's 0. Let me see, as the league stands. Yeah, it's 0. Our GD is 0. So in an ideal world, I want these guys. I want a spanking. We're at home. We're against a Nottingham Forest side that's basically 19th. They don't have their first choice keeper in. We've got at least a good set of attackers in. There's no way that if Manchester United, if they can come back and perform a clinic, at the very least, let's get that GD up, because the GD might be important going into the last 10 or so games. Because when you look at Arsenal, who've got a GD of 24, Newcastle of 21, City 26, Tottenham even 10, Liverpool 13, Brighton, so we need that GD up. United have got quite a lot of good fixtures coming up soon. Relatively easy fixtures coming soon. And they need to win. They need to win. They need to win those fixtures. And I guess the only thing we'll say is that if United do lose this game coming up against Forest, will that put more pressure on the Glazers to spend in the January transfer window? That's the only thing. If they lose, will it? Because we have Wolves in 4 days' time on the 31st. That's going to be away. I expect Manchester United to win. They need to be, if we're going to have any chance of getting to top 4, because that's the aim this season. It's top 4 regardless. At the very least, United need to be beating comfortably Nottingham Forest, Wolves, let's have a look, and Bournemouth. Yeah, those are all the 3 games before we play City and Arsenal back to back. So Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, and Wolves, 9 points at a must. 9 points at a must. because then when you're facing City at home and Arsenal away, if I'm honest, where United are right now, I just don't see I see possibly a point from 6 from those two games. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's why are you being negative RDS ball. No, but we've seen already that we don't have the depth of this squad. The squad doesn't have enough depth. It doesn't. And that's going to cause problems going forward, at least in my personal opinion. Are Manchester United not doing anything in the January transfer window? I don't know, Samasi. I really don't know, because my understanding is that Manchester United just don't have enough money. That's my understanding. My understanding is United just don't have enough. They just don't have enough money. They don't have enough money, and if you can't, I think the thing about the Gakpo transfer, I don't want to dwell on it too much because this is mostly about United facing Forest. But the thing about it is that if you can't sign a player, it was 37 million. He shares the same agent as Ten Hag. You had conversation with him and his agent, and he was happy to join. So personal terms have been fine, and yet despite all that, you still say, "Yeah, we're not going to go for him." So the way that I see it is that if you can't do that, if you can't get that, then what? I don't know. Like what's the word? What chance do you have against more established strikers, number nines? So my take is that I just think that, and just looking at what Ten Hag said, looking at what the press said, it's like it was the typical Ollie talk of, yes, there's always options. We need not a striker, but they have to be the right striker. They have to be the right person at Manchester United. I've heard that talk so many times from Ollie. It's like it has to be the right type of player. The right type of player. The right type of player. It has to be the right type of player. That's the same language that I heard from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So as far as I'm concerned, I think that I would be very surprised. Not very surprised, but I wouldn't be surprised if United don't sign anybody and focus on summer, because they spent 200 million plus in the summer. They didn't really do any outgoings. Yes, Ronaldo's obviously gone. That brings up a bit of money. But the only player they sold, I think, in the summer was Pereira, I think, to Fulham. That was it. I think I can't think of anything else aside from Pereira to Fulham. That was it. So I don't know. I just think that I just can't see Manchester doing. If you want to get an established striker, you're not going to get an established striker in January for anything less than like 40 million. And what I liked about Gakpo is that he could play across the front three. So it increases our depth in that way. Yes, he's not a traditional number 9, but he's adaptable given the fact that that Martial's going to get injured again. I won't be surprised if he gets injured today. And then, you've got Sancho, who's MIA. So now let me quickly just look at the bench here. So the United bench is weak, incredibly weak. Heaton, Bennett, who I think Bennett's the centre back. Maguire obviously is on the field. Williams, Fred, who is also on the bench. Van der Beek, Zidane Iqbal, Elanga and Garnacho. So that is the bench, which in my opinion is it's a weak bench. I mean, Garnacho obviously can come on and do his thing. Of course, although Martial's obviously back. So Garnacho, I guess, can be impact. The midfield, Fred, I guess, maybe for some tenacity. I don't know what Van der Beek will really do. You can replace him with Bruno, I guess. Elanga, Iqbal. Like, it's not like this is this is not a Manchester United squad that's really going to be doing much, in my personal opinion. It's not really going to be doing much this season if it doesn't get reinforcements. Of course, yes, we've got Martinez. We've got Lisandro Martinez to come back into this. Lindelof will come back into this. Is anyone else missing here? Or Sancho, if you want to include that. To be honest, McTominay, I guess. Really, it's only McTominay and Lisandro Martinez that because Maguire's on the bench, that have to come back into this. Otherwise, this is what I'm saying. The depth in this team is so bad. It's so bad because really, out of this starting 11, out of and with the squad, we're only really missing Lisandro Martinez, who's a good player, obviously, and McTominay. That's it. Everyone else is back. And Sancho, if you want to include Sancho, but let's be real, Sancho's not really been a part of this. Sancho's really not been a part of this United squad since probably the goal they scored against Liverpool. Really, So I don't know, guys. It's a bit peak right now for Manchester United. But regarding this game, I still do think that Manchester United will win. Manchester United have done. We have enough in the squad, enough to beat Nottingham Forest. I expect this at the very least. I wouldn't be surprised if we concede. Mega in the chat says United are so finished. I mean, yes, this squad there's reasons. There's reasons, obviously, but the depth. This does expose the depth and the need for signings. But the only thing I will say, obviously, is that ultimately, this is still enough. This squad, this team should still be beating Nottingham Forest to a 19th. No excuses. Hashtag no excuses. This squad, this team should still beat Nottingham Forest. There's just no excuses. It should still be Nottingham Forest. That front three of Martial, Rashford, and Anthony should be good enough. The midfield is good enough, especially with Casemiro protecting. It's just that defense that's a bit shaky. But to be honest, Malacia the fullbacks will be fine. Wan-Bissaka will help to cover defensively. So even if you want to go to a back three, because you could go to a back three and have Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, and Varane as the back three, and then allow Malacia to go forward and join the midfield potentially. That's also a possibility. Are you going on H's stream after the game? Well, I'm going to be doing my own post match. I think he's doing a stream at I don't know 11 o'clock. I think so. I possibly might be on that. Depends on how tired I am. But I am going to be doing a post match stream on this channel. So if you want to see my views, my thoughts, post match, I will also be doing a post match stream on this channel as well. So I'm trying to, at least while I'm here, do a lot more content on this channel. So if you like what you see, drop a like. It'll be I'll probably post a link in the chat so if people want to call in post match, depending on what happens, they'll be there as well. But yeah, I'll be definitely going post match on my channel as well, and I will probably make a cameo on HH's stream at 11 o'clock. But please support the channel, man. I'm only 10 subs away from 3.3k. Yeah, so please subscribe if you're new. I'd really appreciate it. So yeah, but ultimately, so we've got about 10 minutes to kick off, guys. 10 minutes to kick off. At the end of the day, this has to be a must-win for Manchester United. And I'm going to say something controversial. Martin Nikolov says, RDS, what do you think about Ten Hag not playing Maguire again when we have CB issues? So from my understands, this is what I've been told, what I'm seeing on Twitter, is that Maguire has only had one training session. And basically he picked up basically a bug, a virus from Qatar. and he's only had one training session. That's basically why he can't play. It's essentially that's basically why he can't play. So yeah, that's which makes sense. And to be honest, if I'm honest, Martin, I much prefer that than what Ollie did, which was like he got injured, only had one training session, and then throw him back in against Leicester, where he got absolutely spanked, where he got absolutely dominated in that, like disregarded, humiliated in that midfield, and you didn't allow Bailly to play there. I love buying a Varane partnership, by the way, or buying Martinez, man. Foggery at his best, but it is what it is. So yeah, if he's only had one training session, he's not much fit, he shouldn't come into this game. But then, of course, if we need him, and he's ready, then that's fine. That's fine. Man United need to win. We do, Samasi. Man United definitely need to win. We are 8 minutes towards kickoff, guys. Remember to like the vid, share, and subscribe. I am tempted to do a watch along, but I probably would, if I'm going to do a watch along, it will probably be on Twitch. So yeah, I think where they're showing on, I think they're showing it on Amazon. So yeah, in fact, yeah, you know what, guys, I will do a watch along. Actually, you know what, I've just decided I'm going to be doing a watch along, but I do my watch alongs on Twitch. So guys, if you want, once we finish this match preview stream, head over to Twitch. I'll post a link in the description, and I will be doing a watch along on Twitch. I'll just post a link. It's Red Devil Studio, and I will be doing a watch along on Twitch. So I'll post this there. Yeah. So for those who want to do a watch along, I will be doing a watch along on Twitch. Let me do this. But yes, my score prediction is a comfortable 2-0 win to Manchester United. And I think that Martial and Rashford will score the goals. I'm hoping to see more from Anthony, if I'm perfectly honest. Because quite frankly, I'm not saying he's bad, but he needs to do more than just skill moves. he needs to do more than just skill moves, man. He needs to do more than skill moves. He really does. He needs to do more than skill moves, guys. But shout out to everyone who's watching, by the way, guys. But yes, only 5 minutes to kick off. Head over to Red Devil Studio Twitch, and I will be doing a live match watch along on Twitch as opposed to YouTube. So I'm still in debating as to whether or not I should do watch alongs on Twitch or YouTube, so maybe you guys can help me. It might be one of those things that we do in the new year. But right now my watch alongs are strictly going to be on Twitch, but maybe in the new year I might change. But yeah, fingers crossed for a win. What can I say, guys? The pressure is on Manchester United to deliver at the end of the day. The pressure is on Manchester United to deliver, because Manchester United don't deliver, it's game over. But at best, it will mean that Manchester United may go and actually actively get someone in the January transfer window. We can only hope. We can only hope. Anthony, all he does is spin. Yeah, that's what he's got to do more than that. He's got to do more than that. He has got to do more than that. He has got to do more than that. Right, guys, I'm heading over to Twitch, so please, link is in the description. It's in the chat. If you want, I'm going to be doing a live match watch along on Twitch. So please head over to my Twitch and Red Devil Studio. Red Devil Studio. Link is in the description, and will join me for my live match watch along. Fingers crossed, Manchester United win. Take care, everybody. See you over in a bit, and cheers.